Okay, hello mga students, hello mga kapatid, hello class. Pagpatuloy natin yung ating discussion sa process costing. Dito na po tayo sa weighted average method. I-apply natin ngayon itong isang method, method of accounting for cost flow in process costing. Kasi under your process costing, meron tayong dalawang pamamaraan. Yung una ay etong weighted average or the WA. Pangalawa is your FIFO method. Familiar na sa inyo ito, class, kasi going back to your inventory accounting, sa basic accounting, even sa intermediate accounting, pinag-uusapan natin, 'di ba, meron tayong how do we compute for the cost of goods sold using your perpetual inventory system, your periodic inventory system. Okay? Pero meron tayong FIFO, meron tayong weighted average. Actually, meron pa nga 'di ba discussion on the last in first out or yung LIFO, no? Dito, we will be talking about weighted average and later on your first in first out na method, but on the context, on the side of the cost accountant. Okay? Cost accounting kasi yung ating subject. So how do we deal with weighted average? Remember that we have already introduced to you process costing and even yung equivalent units of production. I-apply natin ngayon yan dito sa ating weighted average method. Okay? 'Di ba last time meron tayong 6 na steps in doing process costing. Yung pangatlo doon, we have to calculate the equivalent unit of production. Pero papasadahan natin ito sa ngayon. Pero tandaan po ninyo ito, class, na 4 na items dito na naka-check. Una, when we are talking of weighted average, we are applying an average costing, average cost per unit of inventory. Eto wala tayong pakialam kung nagbabago-bago yung prices, kung magkano man yung bili natin sa inventory na ito sa ngayon. Okay? Kung magkano man ang increase or decrease sa prices. Okay? Because we are only after the average cost. I-average natin ito eventually. Remember, di ba, in retail, yung cost, kasi pag retail, wala naman tayong minamanufacture dito. We only have finished goods inventory. So, yung cost sa sa retail, okay, is simply computed by dividing your cost of goods available for sale by the total units available for sale. Magkano yung cost ko? Cost ko, okay? Sa retail, yung mga purchases mo yan, okay, plus your beginning inventory. That is your cost of goods available for sale. And then, we have to divide it by the total units available for sale. Sa ngayon, kung ito yung lahat ng ginastos ko at etong mga inventories na ito available for sale, ilang units yan? So, we will still go back to our yung simple na ating computation for unit cost. Diba? Yung cost sa numerator, yung denominator naman is the units. Pero syempre, applying it sa cost accounting, ang context natin dito ay manufacturing, meron tayong mga pinuproduce dito. So merong kaibahan. Kasi remember, kapag cost of goods available for sale, may incorporate natin ito doon sa saan? Anong klaseng inventory account ito? Raw materials, WIP, or finished goods inventory? Okay? You may comment down below as a way of participating on that part. Now, tandaan po ninyo ito. In weighted average, costs and units of the current period are not distinguished from those on hand at the end of the prior period, unlike sa FIFO. So, hindi natin dinidistinguish dito sa ang aling, yung inventory. Okay? Excuse me. So, wala tayong hindi natin yan ina-identify, siniseparate. Later on, sa FIFO, meron pakialam yan. The weighted average computes a single average cost per unit o single cost per unit of the combined beginning WIP inventory and the current period production. Okay? So, paano ba ito? Take for instance this illustration. Okay? You have here, yung nasa taas, beginning with 40% as to labor and overhead or conversion, 10,000. Etong makikita ninyo sa taas, puro po ito in units. Ang units natin dito ay mga kandila. So etong 10,000 ay units beginning with, okay? 100% yan in terms of materials. Pero in terms of your labor and overhead or yung tinatawag natin na CC, conversion cost, 40% pa lang yan. Okay? Next, candles started during current period. Ito yung inumpisahan. Okay? Kumbaga, sa retail, ito yung ating mga purchases. Okay? 401,400 units. Pag inad natin ito, 10,000 plus 401,400, ano ang tawag natin dyan? Total cost. Okay? Ano ba yan? Sige nga, comment down below again. Ano? Tignan natin kung magpa-participate kayo. And then, we have the candles completed and transferred to finished goods inventory. Out of this 10,000 and 401,400, ang nakumpleto, transferred sa finished goods inventory, ibig sabihin, ito yung units manufactured, units produced, that is 406,000 units. At may natitira pa tayong ending WIP na 5,400 na 80% complete as to labor and overhead o yung conversion natin. 5,400. Okay? Please take note in terms of the amounts. Ang beginning WIP natin, ang DMDLOH, $11,886, $5,658, $19,858. So pag pinag-uusapan natin, ang beginning WIP inventory, we have $37,402. Now, let's talk about the current costs, the current period cost. Please take note ha, don't get me wrong. Huwag mamiloso po. Sir, period cost, the expense outright yan. Hindi class. Ang tinutukoy lamang po dito is for the period. Ito yung na-incur natin sa production. Pero hindi ibig sabihin na period cost yan. Yung ating discussion on product versus period. Current period cost, we are talking about yung timeline natin for the period. What are the costs incurred, no? Yung ating TMC. So, ang ating direct material ay 642,240. Ang labor mo, 122,638. Ang overhead natin ay 385,262 for a total of 1,150,140. Pag inad natin itong dalawa, please take note, class, total cost to account for ang tawag natin dito. Okay? Or ito yung total cost placed in production, di ba? Beginning mo, tapos etong current, no? 1187542. Now, ano ba yung ating mga steps sa process costing? Tayo dito ay gumagamit ng weighted average method muna ha. Pinick up ko muna itong example natin dito. Etong nasa taas para kita po ninyo. Kasi ang step 1 at step 2 natin, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito ay units, physical units. Step 1, calculate the physical units to account for daw. Ito lamang class yung beginning plus yung started for the period. Asan ba yan? Di etong 10,000 units plus yung naumpisahan for the period. 401, 400. Pag inad natin yan, di 411,400. Yan na yung candles to account for. Okay? Units to account for. Physical units. Don't get me wrong. Huwag malilito. Meron kasi tayong cost portion, may units portion tayo. Step 1, step 2, units ang pinag-uusapan natin. Paulit-ulit ako kasi gusto ko pumasok yan sa inyong mga kokote, no? Para hindi tayo malilito dyan. Kasi believe me, pagdating na sa mga actual problem solving, baka malito na kayo dito. Step 2, calculate the physical units accounted for. Kung sa step 1, ang pinag-uusapan natin, units to account for, ito naman is units accounted for. Pero ito lang tatandaan ninyo, whatever is the total physical units sa step 1, yun din ang total natin. Pero meron tayong breakdown. Magkano or ilan yung napunta sa finished goods, ilan yung nabuo, ilan yung natitira pa. Okay? Sa units to account for, ilan yung nanggaling sa kabilang period, no? Sa previous period, ilan yung naumpisahan. Sa step 2, ilan yung natapos, ilan yung natitira. That is the main difference, no? Pero ang tawag natin dito, physical units accounted for. From the total units to account for, yung 411,400, saan naman ito, no? Ano naman yung breakdown nito? Paano natin ito i-account? So, completed and transferred to finished goods inventory, given naman siya dito, 406,000. Tapos, 5,400 naman yung natira. And dito, 80% complete daw siya as to labor and overhead. Step 1, step 2, we are done. Now, what is step 3? Calculate the equivalent units of production. Now, kanina, no, sa naunang natin, video lecture, simplified version yon. Okay? Please know that under the weighted average EUP, okay, under this method, no, computation uses the number, okay, ang example natin dito yung kandila, no? The number of candles in the beginning WIP inventory and the number of candles started and completed during the period. Okay? The units started and completed during a period equals the units completed during the period minus units in the beginning inventory. Sir, sandali. Ina-absorb ko pa. Parang medyo lagging. Okay? Loading pa po, sir, ang aking utak. Okay? Basahin ko ulit. Kasi ang sinasabi dito the WAEUP computation uses the number of candles in the beginning WIP inventory. Beginning daw. And the number of candles started and completed during the period. Now, etong tinatawag natin na units started and completed during a period equals the units completed during the period, yung mga nabuo daw during the period, less, okay, ano ito? Less daw or minus units in the beginning inventory. Units started and completed can also, another way of finding the units started and completed. It can also be computed as the units started during the period minus the units in the ending inventory. Sir, sandali. Double loading. Bumagal yung aking connection. Hindi, sir, yung connection ko sa Wi-Fi, kung hindi, yung connection ko sa utak ko. No? Alright. Sige, ganito. Ito kasi yung ating formula dyan. Simple na, units completed during period minus units in beginning WIP. Units started during period minus units in ending WIP. Completed, dito started. Dito beginning, dito ending. Pakita ko na lang sa inyo para mas makita ninyo, maintindihan ninyo. Etong una, na yung para makuha daw natin yung units started and completed, okay, we have to subtract from the units completed during the period, yung units in beginning inventory. Yung units in beginning inventory natin dito ay 10,000. Ang units completed natin and transferred to FG during the period is 406,000. So, ang tinutukoy nito is yung cost of goods manufactured. Pero hindi cost of goods manufactured. Sorry, mali tayo dyan. Units, okay? Kaya nga dito completed and transferred Kasi cost of goods manufactured, ito yung units na manufactured. Completed na, so transfer na sa FG. Yung equivalent na units ng cost of goods manufactured natin. Ito yung tinutukoy niya. Okay? Next, option 2. Pag units started naman daw during the, units started and completed can also be computed by subtracting from the units started during the period, the units in ending inventory. Okay? So nakikita ninyo, Dito kasi 'di ba sa step 1, units to account for, beginning plus yung started for the period. Sa step 2, completed and transferred to FG. Okay, ito yung equivalent, yung units natin ng cost of goods manufactured. Okay, plus yung ating ending WIP. So pag tinignan niyo ito, kasi 'di ba dapat equal 'yan. O, pag step 1 or pag option 1, ito yung i-compare ninyo. Kung meron kang step 1 and step 2, ito yung i-compare mo ang dalawa. Yung nasa taas. Para dito yan. Okay? Ang step 2, step 2, option 2, yung dalawa naman na nasa baba. Yung started at saka yung ending. Okay? Pero ima-minus natin. 401,400 minus 54 or 406 minus 10. Either of the two options, parehas lang naman ang kakalabasan yan. 396,000 units. That is, hindi yan yung equivalent units of production ha. Ginagamit lamang natin yan. Okay? Hinihiwalay lang kasi natin. Ito. Although, tignan ninyo dito kasi sa sa ating formula, sa ating computation, sa paraan natin para makompute yung equivalent units of production, ang hinahanap natin sa step 3 ay itong nasa baba actually. Okay? Pero para saan ba kasi itong units started and completed? Okay? Kasi ito yung applicable for the period. Okay? Ito yung mga inumpisahan for the period at natapos. Can you get me? Okay? Inumpisahan for the period at natapos. Ibig sabihin, excluding yung beginning inventory. Kasi yung beginning inventory likely matatapos yan eh. Kaya nga, eto 406 yung na-transferred. So, ibig sabihin, out of this one, di ba, ito yung started. 401, 400. Okay? Eh, meron akong natira 54. So, out of that one, 401, 400 minus 54, yung inumpisahan ko, nagpiyok pa ako, no? Yung inumpisahan ko ngayong period, ibawas ko yung ending inventory, yung hindi ko natapos, yan yung inumpisahan ko na natapos ko. Ito yung candles or units started and completed. We exclude the beginning inventory. Okay? Kaya nga, kung ang ginagamit natin na option ay yung option 1, na binabawas natin yung beginning, doon sa completed and transferred. Kasi completed and transferred, may distinction yan sa started, ha? Okay? Completed and transferred, kasama na dyan yung beginning. Okay? So, I hope clear po tayo dyan. Please let me know if meron pa rin, kung nakukonfuse kayo. Kasi believe me, nakakalito talaga ito. Even I myself are confused sometimes, no? So, I have to emphasize this one. Okay. Ang kinukompute natin sa step 3 ay equivalent units of production. At sabi ko nga, ang equivalent units of production natin ay itong nasa baba. So, pinaghiwalay lang natin yung tatlo. Kasi 'di ba? Meron tayong tawag nito, beginning, meron tayong place in process, tapos ang total nun, pag kinuha naman natin yung difference ng ending at saka yung transferred sila, pag kinuha natin yung sum ng transferred at saka yung ending, parehas lang sila, di ba? Pero pinaghihiwalay lang natin into 3 components, yung tatlong amounts. Beginning plus yung started for the period. Sorry. Okay? Tapos, ano pa? Yung ating ending. Okay? So, pero class, instead na ibawas natin, please take note, baka kasi malito kayo dito. Pag tinignan po ninyo ito, hindi po minus si ending WIP ha. Hindi yan minus, plus yan. Kaya nga, hinihiwalay lang yung total ng dalawa, either yung etong step 1 or etong step 2, hinihiwalay lang natin sila into 3 components. Pinagko-combine lang natin yung concept nito. Dito kasi may beginning tayo at saka started. Dito may ending tayo at saka yung completed. Somewhere dito sa gitna, hinihiwalay lang natin yung naumpisahan na natapos na. Okay? Hindi ko alam kung naintindihan nyo ba yung ibig ko sabihin dito, ano? But instead of simply a two details, 2 items, ginagawa natin itong 3 items, binubukod natin yung naumpisahan na natapos. Yun lamang po yun. Now, tignan po ninyo dito. Meron lang tayong dalawang columns for the direct material at saka yung conversion. Kasi yung conversion natin is your labor at saka yung overhead. Same lang din kasi sila dito. Okay? Pero saan ba galing itong mga amounts? Of course, yung 10K, wala na tayong issue dyan. Okay? Tapos, etong 396,000, nirecompute natin siya, di ba? Okay, nirecompute natin 406 minus 10K or 401, 400 minus 54. Okay, completed ito, so 100%. Etong beginning, okay, at the time that we are computing it, completed na rin po yan. Okay, 100% na po yan, kaya at full amount. Ang hindi lamang po natin hina 100% dito ay si ending WIP. Sa direct materials, completed na yan at 100% na. Pero eto, si conversion at 80% lang yan. O you can follow me 5,400 times 80%. That is 4,320. Sir, saan galing yung 80%? Given po yan, class. Okay? Asan yan? Nandito yan sa problem. Candles in ending WIP inventory is 80% complete as to labor and overhead or conversion. Okay? So, yan class, balikan lang natin yon. Saan na tayo? Nandito. So, sa conversion, dahil by the end of the period, we are computing, by the end of the period here. That is why yung ating beginning inventory kanina, 100% na sa ngayon. Kung kino-compute natin at the beginning of the period, yung conversion natin is not yet 100%. Ilang percent ito? 40% ba yon? Tama ba ako? Balikan ulit natin. 40% complete as to labor and overhead or yung conversion. Pero kasi, ang natin dito, ang time, yung perspective natin, nasaan tayo sa schedules, sa timeline, nandoon tayo at the end of the current period na. Kaya yung ating beginning WIP inventory, 100% both on direct materials and the conversion. Baka kasi, malito kayo dito. Sir, di ba dapat 40% lang yan? Hindi po. Kasi we are on the timeline, on the position at the end of the period, of the current period. Hindi at the beginning, Okay? That is why 100% tayong ating beginning. At dahil by the end of the period, yung ating candles, 80% complete as to the conversion, kaya ito, hindi siya at the 100%, unlike the direct materials. Okay? So I hope clear po tayo dyan. That is why, pag inad natin yung direct materials, 411,400, as is lang dito, Tapos, yung conversion natin, iba, 410,320. Okay? That is step number 3. How about step number 4? Sandali lang pala. Sir, wag ka munang mabilis, di ko pa nagigets. Please take note of the following. Kung lahat ng direct materials ay naidagdag na at the same stage of completion, isang computation lang tayo ng direct material can be made. Okay? If all direct material is added at the same stage of completion. Pero, eto, pangalawa, if multiple materials are used but placed into production at different points in the production process, multiple direct material EUP calculations are necessary. Okay, magkakaroon tayo ng differences dyan. Sa example natin, we are applying a single computation ng EUP na lahat ito na ilagay at the same stage of completion, at the same position. Sa umpisa na ilagay na, kaya 100% na lahat. Pero kung throughout the production at different stages, kasi production run yan, okay, eto mas mas realistic. Kasi hindi naman lahat ay nailalagay yung material sa umpisa. Usually throughout yan, Now, pagdating sa overhead, if overhead is based on direct labor, Or if these two factors are always at the same degree of completion, pwede na nating gamitin ang isang single EUP. Just like in our example, pinagsama yung labor at overhead. Pero if neither condition exists, kinakailangan natin ng separate EUP schedules. So meron tayong direct material, meron tayong direct labor, meron tayong overhead, computation ng EUP. Kung multiple materials magkakaiba ng production, no? Magkakaiba natin yan nilalagay at different parts, different points in the production run. Multiple, tayo dyan, EUP for direct materials only. Okay? So please take note of that item. Now, sige na, dito na tayo, sir. Sa step 4. Okay, mga kapatid. Alright, so anong gagawin natin? We have to calculate the total cost to account for. Total cost naman tayo ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, ha? At syempre, mapalad tayo, no? Mapalad, given siya. Ito yon, no? Wala na tayong i-recompute. We just have to add them. Pero, pag gumagawa tayo dito sa step 4, better na separate natin sila. Kasi later on, meron tayong separate na EUPs, di ba? For direct material and for conversion. So, we have to separate them. Pero sir, bakit hiniwalay natin yung direct labor at saka overhead? It has to be separated. Although sa EUP, magkasama sila, pero dito, pwede natin silang paghiwalayin. Okay? Or kinakailangan natin silang paghiwalayin kasi yung isa, direct labor, yung isa, overhead. Please take note, kinakopy lang natin, from this type, hiniwalay lang natin yung, or pinagsama lang natin yung direct materials, direct labor, at saka overhead. Kaya magkasama. Yung beginning at saka yung current period. That is why 11,886 plus 642,240 ang total na direct materials cost to account for kanina sa step 1 physical units, sa step 4 cost, no, total cost. So 654,126. Sa direct labor 5658 plus 122638, you will get 128296. At sa panghuli sa overhead 19,858 plus 385,262, you will get 405,120. The information is available at the left side. Okay? You can check it in your reference material. It is available to you. Now, sabi dito, no? Yung total cost to account for equals beginning WIP cost plus current period cost. Ninarate lang natin ito, no? Production cost can be determined from transfer of direct material from the warehouse, yung ating material requisition forms, incurrence of direct labor through our timesheets, no? And either actual or applied overhead amounts, no? Na later on pinagsasama-sama natin sa job order cost sheets. Sir, job order yun eh. Di sa cost sheet. Okay? Production cost sheets, no? So that's it. Now, the total cost to account for, ito, must be assigned to the goods transferred to finished goods inventory. Okay? Or if applicable, or if appropriate, to the next department and to the ending WIP. Kasi di ba, ito yung total natin, ng beginning plus yung current, ito din yung total natin kapag ang kinompute natin is yung total ng ending inventory at saka yung transferred, no? Yung finished goods, yung cost of goods manufactured. Ito lang po yung sinasabi dito. Equal dapat yan. Assignments are made in relation to the whole or equivalent units contained in each type of inventory. Kaya tayo nagko-compute ng equivalent units of production is para ma-determine natin papaano natin ito paghihiwalayin. Ito yung total natin. Papaano natin ito ihihiwalay sa ending inventory at saka yung cost of goods manufactured. Okay? Di ba yun din yung purpose ng ating weighted average sa ating inventory accounting before? Di ba? On a retail environment. O step 5, ito, cost per equivalent unit of production. Kanina sa step 3, equivalent units of production. Ito naman is the cost. Now, ang sabi dito, a cost per EUP must be computed for each cost component for which a separate calculation of EUP is made. Ayan. Sir, nag-uumpisa na naman pong lumutang ang aking diwa. Under the weighted average method, the cost of beginning WIP inventory and of the current period are summed for each cost component. Sir, dahan-dahan lang, huwag niyong bilisan. Mas lalong tumataas yung aking isipan. And divided by that component's weighted average EUP to obtain the per unit cost. This calculation for each cost component at the end of the period is as follows. Ayan. Nako sir, formula. Don't worry class, papakita ko ito sa inyo mamaya. Kasi pag ninanarate natin, pag kinikwento, parang ang hirap intindihan eh. Pero pag in-apply na natin sa example, nakikita natin, ayun lang pala yun. Kagaya dito, ang sabi, ang unit cost ko is the total cost incurred divided by the total equivalent units of production, which is also equivalent sa beginning WIP inventory cost plus the current period cost divided by the weighted average EUP. O, ganito lang yan. Okay? Diba? Ito yon. Ito naman yung mga amounts natin. Diba? Dito pinagsama na rin natin yung conversion cost, yung direct labor at saka yung overhead into one, no? Kasi nga, magkaparehas lang naman sila. Eh sir, alin itong CC na ito? The direct labor and the overhead. Ito, balikan lang natin para makita ninyo. Itong 5658 plus 19858. Yung 122638 plus 385262. Okay, ito yon ha? Ito. Please take note of that. Okay? O, ang total, andito din siya. Ang sinasabi lang natin sa step 5, in calculating the cost per equivalent units of production, di ba na-compute na natin yung total cost to account for? 654,126 sa direct materials at yung conversion cost, yung total ng direct labor at saka ng overhead is 533,416. Eh di ba na-compute na natin sa step 3 yung EUP? Units of production, equivalent units of production sa direct material, lahat yan 100%. For 11,400. Pero doon sa sa conversion cost, sa direct labor at saka sa overhead, 410,320 lang yon. Okay? Because 80% complete lang in terms of direct labor and overhead. Kaya hindi sila magkaparehas. That is why, for step 5, ang sinasabi lang dito, pag na-compute natin yung cost to account for, i-divide natin yan sa step 3 na EUP. Yan yung tinatawag natin na cost per EUP. For direct material, it's 1.59. For conversion cost, it's 1.30. Okay? So it's a moment for you to, muni-muni, to take time. Take your time. No, you can pause naman this video lecture for you to absorb these things. You can rewind, no? You can replay. You can read the equivalent PDF material. 159 yung EUP cost natin sa DM. 130 yung EUP cost natin sa conversion cost. Pag inad natin ito, that is 2.89. And so, we can proceed now sa step number 6. Okay? Ayan. Babalikan lang natin yung step 2 at pinick up lang natin dito yung step 5. Etong portion na ito. Etong part lang na ito. The total. Kasi, using the weighted average method, yung cost of goods transferred out is found by multiplying the total number of units transferred by the total cost per EUP. Okay. So, para ma-compute pala natin, kasi given sa problem, yung total cost to account for na 1187542. Pero hindi given magkano yung ending inventory, magkano yung cost of goods manufactured. And that is why we have to compute for the cost per EUP, and earlier we computed for the EUP for us to identify kung ito yung ating units completed and transferred, tapos ito yung naiwan. Magkano in terms of the cost, the peso value or dollar value. So this is where step 5 comes in kasi ang makukompute natin na cost per EUP, i-multiply natin dito sa units, sa physical units. 406,000 yung completed. Multiply natin dito sa 2.89. Okay? Ibig sabihin, out of this 1,187,542, ang na-transfer natin ay 1,173,340. Okay? Because etong 406,000 na completed na units, minultiply natin sa cost per EUP. Gets? Okay, di ba exciting? Ang saya, di ba? Ang saya, no? O, sabi dito, because the EUP, or sorry, na EUP ako. Because the WA or the weighted average method is based on an averaging technique that combines both prior and current period work, it doesn't matter in which period the transferred units were started. Okay? Kaya nga wala tayong pakialam dyan. All units and costs are commingled. Hindi na natin pinaghihiwala yung beginning with kailan ba yun naumpisahan. Yun yung sinasabi dito. Wala tayong pakialam kung kailan yun naumpisahan. No? Weighted average method kasi. Pero kung FIFO yan, importante yan. Kasi magmamatter. Sino yung unang binili? Okay? Magkano yung halaga nun? Kasi yun yung unang i-out natin. At yun yung lalabas din sa ating cost of goods manufactured. Alright? I hope that's clear. Excuse me. Tignan po ninyo ito. Kanina, ito is our cost of goods manufactured, COGM. Now, here is your ending inventory. Okay? Direct material conversion cost. Ito, actually, pwedeng gawin ninyo, 1187,542 minus 1173,340, 340. Ang difference nun, that is your cost, ending inventory cost. Pero ang tanong, out of that 14,202, ito yun eh. Magkano yung direct materials, magkano yung conversion cost? Or your direct labor and your overhead. Okay? Para malaman natin yan, ito yun. Diba? Doon sa step 3, sa equivalent units of production, yung ending inventory natin for direct materials, 100% yan. Pero 80% pa lang sa conversion cost. O, yun yung ilalagay natin dito. 54 times, magkano yung EUP for DM? EUP cost, 1.59. So, 54 times 1.59, 8,586 yan. Pagdating naman sa conversion cost, dahil 4,320 yan, dahil 80% yung complete dyan, multiply naman natin sa na-compute natin na EUP cost for conversion cost, which is 1.3. That is why 4,320 times 1.3, that is 5,616. Pag inad natin yan, that should be your 14,202, which is the difference between 1187,542 and 1173,340. Or otherwise stated, 1173,340, etong COGM, pag inad natin itong ending na 14,202, dapat ito din yun. 1187,542. Okay? Pakita ko sa inyo ito. No? Ito yung cost production report. No? Beginning, tapos the equivalent units of production for direct materials, for conversion, pinaglalagay lang natin dito yung mga amounts na na-compute natin kanina. Ito yung karugtong niya for the cost data. Parang yung job order cost sheet lang din ito, no? Pero syempre, hindi ito job order cost sheet. Kasi hindi ito job order. Process costing tayo. Production report na lang para maganda. Production naman yan. Okay? So dito, meron tayong for direct materials, for conversion. No? But simply, it is just a breakdown of what we have computed. Beginning with, started and completed, ending, okay, direct materials conversion. Ito yung mga yon. Or pag ginawa natin ito ng T account, ito yan. Beginning balance mo, tapos DM, DL, overhead for the period, the total cost to account for, tapos meron tayong na-produce, cost of goods manufactured, transfer out for this amount. Siyempre, pag nag-T account tayo, ang matitira, 14,202. Of course, yung cost of goods manufactured mo, lipat sa finished goods inventory, eto siya. Okay? I hope, okay, alam ko umay, ano, means, or baka napagod kayo, pero sana naintindihan ninyo. Understandable na medyo malilito kayo sa umpisa, pero get used to it by rereading, rewatching, restudying the material. Okay? Para mas maintindihan ninyo ng lubusan. And I promise you, after watching, after studying this one, you get to appreciate this concept, this topic, and mas enjoyable siya talaga. Okay? So, kaya nga, mas paborito ko yung cost accounting as compared sa ibang mga subjects like taxation. Ano? Okay? Sige. So, hanggang dito muna tayo. If you have questions, comment down below para ma-assist ko kayo. Ano? Huwag mahihiyang magtanong. Until then, I'll see you around. Bye-bye.